Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and today we have kinda a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about WWE, AEW, Donna Perusa going to AEW and a few others. Like I says guys, I've used a Pringle tin just now, so I've not even got my setup right. Got a cool view in the background, so hopefully that makes up for it. But that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to roll my intro, but before I do, what I need you to do is, I really need you to do this. Just right below this video, right this wee area here, hit like, subscribe, and also that beautiful notification bell so you can get notified when I upload to YouTube. Guys, here's my intro, and I'll be back with you in 30 Okay, you beautiful bastards, let's talk about wrestling today. So, like I said, I've still got myself set up. We're still dealing with the Pringle cans, and literally a Pringle can. I'm going to move it because I feel I'm more shaky on it. But yeah, let's talk about professional wrestling today. So, first thing I want to talk about is this rumour going around about WWE going to Amazon. This deal for WWE going to Amazon, if it does go through, which there's a huge possibility it could, I feel this would have benefited AEW back in the day. I mean, maybe if AEW didn't go for a TV deal straight away and they decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run a subscription service. I mean, 500,000 people sign up, $10 a month or £10 a month, whatever it would be. They're going to be making good money doing that. Word of mouth spreads. Then somebody like Amazon or Netflix comes around looking for a live sporting event. AEW's there. Now, the only problem is AEW doesn't have that live sporting event situation happening, and they could possibly be losing their TV deal. Who knows if that's going to happen? If it's not a biggie, but it's something that well, it is a biggie if they use a TV deal, but it is something that looks like it could be happening in the future. And WWE is just going from strength to strength at the minute. I mean, in the UK, we're still got a WWE Network, and it's one of my favourite apps to use. I watch it all the time. I love it. And it's just, AEW seems to be making small mistakes, and these small mistakes have got bigger. So from the start, they've made wee small issues, and then now they've continuously got bigger and bigger. And I think that's where the problem is going to start causing more of an issue as we get further into 2024 and get further into the tenure of AEW. Now, I literally fucking, if you go back and watch any of my reviews, Raw is one of the worst shows in the professional wrestling landscape of the world. It is literally shit. And it's not even like a good shit, it is a complete shit. And now you're looking at Raw, SmackDown, which the clips for them on YouTube, which is like what, 15 minute, 12 minute, I think Raw was this week, is better than the AEW show. And I don't recommend anybody, not even my worst enemy, should go watch Monday Night Raw, the full 3 hours. It's fucking disastrous. But it's better than AEW at the minute. And anybody who tells you different is lying. AEW is nowhere near where it should be. WWE is just going from strength to strength to strength. And then this brings me to my next problem is AEW now has Donna Perusa, or however you say her name. One of my favourite wrestlers. I mean, I've always bigged this woman up when she was in Impact. I always thought she'd go to WWE. Now she's went to AEW, and it's a case of how are they going to manage her? And you know, I don't think they're going to be able to do it right. I think we're going to have another Britt Baker situation on our hands. It'll just be a, let's just do this and see how it goes. But I don't know. I'm struggling. I am struggling at the minute to watch AEW. Now, here in the UK, it's on ITV4. It's also on the ITV app. And I try and watch it. I mean, I catch the clips every now and again, but like I was saying there, you've got Perusa there. She came in. It's cool. She looks cool. She feels cool. A wee bit shaky in the mic, but she looks cool, right? She is cool. She's a great wrestler. But how will AEW use her? because the women front over there just is not where it needs to be, and it's sad to see. But this was a stepping stone for her to go to WWE, and I'll stand by that. That's where she will be going eventually, and that's kind of why she's there. Guys like MJF, look at it this way. I know a lot of people don't like Jim Cornette, right? But you can't say the guy is wrong. So he's literally just turned around, and the day I was listening to this, and he was saying, you've got the Devil, who's became Adam Cole. Adam Cole's injured, and he's probably not going to be wrestling for another 6 to 9 months, right? And then you've got MJF, who's injured, who isn't going to be wrestling for another however many months. So you've got two guys in a storyline just now who aren't going to be wrestling that are... So why are we doing this storyline? Why are we not doing a storyline with guys that can wrestle? We can tell the story now, let these guys rest up, get them to come back and do their own kind of little thing, which is... We moan at WWE, right? And we moan the way they book stuff. But the way they book stuff sometimes is for the best health of their talent. And they cycle. So they'll cycle people in and cycle people out, which is the correct way of doing it. AEW just seems to be trying to throw whatever shit they've got to the wall, and hopefully it sticks. Now, we want to go, we talk about, I saw Tony Khan tweeted, right, and it was, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy who's gone for the belt, he's 29-1, whatever, right, in AEW. He's like, oh, it's so cute, that it makes sense. And then Jinder Mahal's came back and he's going to get a title shot. Now, listen, Jinder Mahal was a champion, he's came back, and it's a match along the way. We can't then start saying AEW's trying to make sense. They had a gimmick of the fucking devil. Let's cut the shit. I mean, we can't be sitting going, this is what's going to make sense because this done this. They literally had the devil as a gimmick. It's not really a fucking... I don't even know how to describe it. It's not a sports-based wrestling, which they told us. And I made a TikTok video about this, guys. I feel that AEW has let us, the wrestling fans, down. They told us they were going to make it a genuine alternative to WWE. And I believe some people want this to be so much like peak WCW. They will watch it no matter how shit it gets. And unfortunately, you're never going to change them. No, me saying this, me talking like this, right? Which I've still got friends in the wrestling business that I talk to about AEW and stuff. I've got friends that work in AEW that we talk to about it, saying how it's no where it should be. And they agree. And we're just kind of, I don't know. For me, I feel AEW's let me down. I'm all behind AEW. I wanted them to succeed. Their weekly show is currently shit. You look at who? Sting. One of my favourite wrestlers of all time. One of my favourite characters in wrestling of all time. I don't care that he's retiring. I mean, his last match here, his last match there, right? I understand what a retirement is. I don't need you to explain to me what this is. And I don't know, I just feel the way it is, it's no good. But like I said, Tony Khan's talking about Jinder Mahal and whatever and all that, and it's like, why are you concerned about what these other people are doing? Concerned about what you're doing. Your business clearly isn't doing as great as what you're making out that it's doing. And I totally understand that AEW is a big alternative to WWE. And I love the fact that it's an alternative. But they really need to take this 2024 period to rejuvenate it, come up with new ways to work it, new people coming in. I mean, no, maybe no new people, they've got enough people. But just new things to happen with it. I feel like it's stagnated, and the stagnation is just going to continually get worse. And I don't want AEW to fail, and I don't want to go back to the dark days of WWE being the only alternative. But if WWE gets an Amazon deal, that's even going to be even more eyes watching it, because Amazon's readily available everywhere. WWE's going to be fucking in everybody's house pretty much. And if they do go to Warner Brothers end up buying Paramount, they're going to be in everybody's house anyway. So it's just insane. Like, it's an insane drop of the ball by AEW. But can AEW turn it around is what's going to be the biggest question here. And for me, personally, I think they can. I really think, and I really hope, I really hope they can turn this around. I don't think this is the end for AEW. I don't think this is the beginning of the end like a TNA was, and they'll just kind of float around that 150 to 200,000 mark and just stay there. I don't think it is. I think AEW can be competition. I think Tony Khan needs to strap his head on, and he has to just be a boss. You've got Chris Jericho. Whatever shit's happening with Chris Jericho at the minute is just embarrassing. You've got that. You've got all the other fucking people leaving, saying it's this and that and whatever. But you've got WWE going from strength to strength. AEW needs to position herself as the strength to strength place, and also has to actually get some sort of story consistency. I mean, if you're going to be a sports-based, or if you're not, you're going to need to do it. You can't have a devil mask if you're going to be sports-based. You can't have a fucking the House of Black if you're going to be sports-based. Do you know what I mean? And these silly, weird women are wrestling that Saraya posts these videos and stuff like that. We're going to need, you need to, that's what WWE does great. They manage it all. And I know wrestlers don't like it because they want to have control of certain things. But WWE, you work for them, they manage it all. And that is probably the way AEW should be going. Could you imagine back in the day if your videos getting posted are like fucking Scott Hall, Kevin Nash taking coke or whatever? It would just be stupid. But the point here is, guys, look, AEW has a chance to be successful, but they're missing the chance. They're missing the point. They're missing something. There's something there that's no clicking. It's like getting a fucking an IKEA table, and like this one that I've got just here. It's like getting an IKEA table, and there's a bit missing from it. I mean, it doesn't sit right. It's the same with AEW, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm more in the business. I don't know what's happening backstage. I don't know. I'm not looking at AEW's business in that perspective. But more people have stopped watching wrestling than have started. And sorry about that, guys. But the principle of the matter here is AEW is just struggling at the minute. WWE is going from strength to strength. They've set up a great Royal Rumble. They're setting up a great WrestleMania. They're setting up for a great year, and AEW just seems to be trying to throw shit at the wall, and hopefully it sticks. And the biggest part of what's coming up in AEW in the future is Sting retiring, and the retirement of Sting, like I say, is a huge Sting fan myself. I don't care about it. I've somehow managed to take a wrestler that I loved and made him a wrestler that I'm not that interested in. So for the 2024, if we're going to look at it, I would say that WWE is going to zoom ahead, but AEW can use this moment to build up, find out what WWE is doing, and pick if they're going to be that sports-based stuff or they're going to be that professional wrestling stuff. You need to pick one or the other. I mean, they told us sports-based and then it's now a professional wrestling show. I don't know why they can't just pick what they want to do and we can enjoy it that way. But anyway, guys, I'll let you go. That was me having a good rant, and I'll see you back here next Wednesday. I'm sure it's next Wednesday. But before you go, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that beautiful notification bell.